So Kamala's play for black men is telling them that she assumes they are in debt, they don't have access to education, don't understand investing, and are in bad health. And want to sell weed? Joining us now, political commentator George Behizy. George, your reaction to this new approach from Kamala team?
Well, I rarely get offended, Chanel, but I'm offended. I feel offended for once. I am taking that personally. She thinks all black men are drug dealers and people who are fat. What does it mean to bring health equity? You mean go to the gym and eat healthy? That's not a black exclusive thing. I didn't even know crypto was racist to black people. Apparently, the blockchain is racist. I didn't know that. I'm offended. She is degrading black men with this entire policy, and it's quite frankly very disgusting. But to see the level of backlash that she's receiving is beautiful, though.
It is backlash. And I guess my question is, what is she doing? I guess we saw firsthand what she's doing to alienate the black vote. But what is Trump doing in particular to have boosted those numbers? What is Trump being or saying or doing that is resonating so differently with black voting men?
That's a very good question. Trump's just being himself. He's speaking to black men the same way he speaks to white or Asian or Hispanic men. He's not changing his accent. He's not saying y'all. He's from New York. And he's probably blacker than Kamala, if we're being serious here. She grew up in Quebec, Canada. She's closer to Emmanuel Macron in terms of relation than the actual black community in the United States. Trump is approaching every group of people the exact same. He's telling them, if I bring down the cost of energy, inflation's going to go down. The cost of groceries are going to go down. The cost to build new housing will go down. Kamala's entire game plan is just handouts. Trump's game plan is handouts in a different sense by reducing taxation, eliminating taxes on tips and overtime. Trump is trying to incentivize black people to go work for themselves, to fish for themselves, as opposed to just giving them a bunch of food and bread to go eat. The good old saying goes, if you teach a man how to fish, he's going to be fed for the rest of his life. If you give him fish, he's going to be hungry tomorrow. Trump understands that. So his entire policy platform is just on empowering Americans to do for themselves. Kamala wants to give 1 million fully forgivable loans to black entrepreneurs. And I love how she placed the others there. We don't know who the others are, assuming it's just the other races. But she didn't even say anything about merit, like a business having to prove solvency before she gives them a loan. She just wants to give them loans, $20,000. It's a handout and it's a bribe. That's how I view it. Trump isn't bribing black people to vote for him.
I think that's a great point. And Kamala also has a problem with her own history. She's a woman who has put black men behind bars for weed back in California. She's now encouraging that they sell it, and also makes this stunning assumption in this list of policy proposals, this assumption that this is going to be a message that specifically appeals to black men. Here's a reminder of Tulsi Gabbard completely leveling Harris back when they were competing against each other. Listen to this.
Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence. She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California.
I guess Kamala just assumes that we forget this part of her history.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.